Good morning, boys and girls. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Our new lesson for today is talking about arrays and multiplication. To remind the previous lesson, look at the picture. We have got some flowers, but we don't know the total number of flowers. How can we know? Ask yourself first, do you have equal groups? Excellent. Yes, we have. So we can use multiplication. Also, we can use repeated addition. In each group we have three. We have got three groups of three. So we can add 3 three times. 3 plus 3 plus 3. And the answer will be excellent. The sum is 9. Now use multiplication. 3 multiply 3 equals 9. What is an array? An array is an arrangement of objects or shapes into equal rows and columns. Look at the apples. They are arranged in rows and columns. So, this is an array. Now look at the cars. Also, they are arranged in rows and columns. So, this is an array. Now I need to find the total number of cars. What can I do? I can use multiplication. How come? Multiply the number of rows by the number of columns to find the total number of cars. Count the number of rows. How many rows do you have? Excellent, there are 3. And how many columns do you have? Amazing, there are 4. So 3 multiplied 4 equals 12, and the total number of cars are 12. Also, arrays help you to see what a multiplication question is asking. If you have 2 rows of 3 columns, the total number of counters in the array will be 6. So we can say 2 multiplied 3 equals 6. Now look at the last array. We have 3 rows of 7, and the total number of counters is 21. Here are another examples for the arrays. Let's revise the meaning of the array. It's a set that shows equal groups in rows and columns. You know where's the rows and where's the columns, right? Look at the purple array. We can add by rows or by columns to find the total. If we will add by rows, we will say 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and the total will be 12. It's the total number of objects in the array. Now if we will add by columns, each column has 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. Now multiply rows by columns. 3 multiply 4 or 4 multiply 3 equals 12. Remember, if you will change the order of the factors in multiplication, you will have the same product. Now look at this array. Can you count how many rows do you see? Amazing! We have 4 rows. In each row, how many donuts? Amazing! We have 4 rows of 4. We can say 4 times 4. It means 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Can you say the sum? Excellent! It's 16. So 4 multiplied 4 equals 16. Now look at the first array and count the number of rows and columns. Can you tell me how many rows do you see? Excellent! We have 3 rows. Can you count the number of columns or how many donuts in each row? Amazing! We have 3 rows of 5 or 3 times 5 or 3 multiplied by 5. We can use repeated addition and say 5 plus 5 plus 5. Can you add and say the sum? my heroes. Excellent, they are 15. 3 multiplied by 5 equals 15. Now look at the second array. Count the number of rows and columns. How many rows do you have? Excellent, there are 3 rows. How many in each row? How many donuts in each row? Excellent, we have 3 rows of 4 in each, or 3 times 4, or 3 multiplied by 4. Write for 3 times 4 plus 4 plus 4, then add. Can you say the sum? Amazing! The sum is 12, so 3 multiplied 4 equals 12. Now let's memorize table of 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 10 is 30. Now open page 926 and follow me. Dana keeps her swimming medal collection on a display on the wall. The display has 4 rows. Each row has 5 medals. How many medals are in Dana's collection? Look at the picture. You will find objects arranged in rows and columns, so we can call this an array. Look down at the counters. The counters show 4 rows and 5 columns. We need to find the total number of medals or counters. We can say 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 using repeated addition. Add and find the sum. The sum is the total number of medals or counters. Or use skip counting. Count by 5s to find the total number of medals. Multiplication can also be used to find the total in an array. You say 4 times 5 equals 20. 4 is the number of rows. 5 is the number in each row, or the number of columns. So we can say 4 multiplied 5 equals 20. There are 20 medals in Dana's collection. Now look at the question down. Jason also has a swimming medal collection. His display has 5 rows with 5 medals in each row. Who has more medals, Jason or Dana? Draw an array and write an addition equation and a multiplication equation to show. Before drawing or writing, you can say 4 rows of 5 or 5 rows of 5 is more. Which is more? 4 rows of 5 or 5 rows of 5? Sure, 5 rows of 5. So, Jason has more medals. Now draw an array using circles or counters. The array has 5 rows of 5. Write the equations. Use addition equation. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5 times 5. Count by 5 and tell me. The sum will be? Amazing! 25. Then write the multiplication equation. 5 multiplied 5 equals 25. Now open page 927 and follow me. Look at page 926. What does the second factor tell you about the array? I told you the number of rows multiply the number of columns. So, the second factor tells the number of columns in the array. Now look at question number 2. Gina puts muffins in 4 rows with 8 muffins in each row. Draw an array to find the total number of muffins. Can you draw an array with 4 rows of 8 in each? After drawing, count the total number of counters you have and say 4 multiply 8 equals 32. In question 3 and 4, write a multiplication equation for each array. Count the number of rows, multiply the number of columns, and write the equation. To find the product, count all counters. After that, write. Also, you can use repeated addition to find the product. You can add by rows or add by columns. Write a multiplication equation for each array. Look at question number 5. We have an array and we need multiplication equation. Count the number of rows and how many counters in each row, then multiply. How many rows do you see? Excellent, there are 3. Now in each row, how many counters? Amazing, there are 5. 3 multiply 5. You can count all the counters or circles to find the product. How many circles do you have? Amazing, there are 15. So 3 multiply 5 equals 15. Also, we can use repeated addition and say 5 plus 5 plus 5. Now question number 6. How many rows do you have? Excellent, there are 4. How many circles in each row? Amazing, there are 7. So 4 multiply 7. Now count all the circles. All of them. Excellent, there are 28. So 4 times 7 equals 28. Also, we can use repeated addition and say 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Now look at question number 7. How many rows do you have? Only 1 row. In this row, how many circles? Amazing, there are 5. So 1 multiply 5. I told you before, number 1 looks like a mirror. When you multiply any number by 1, you will find the same number. So 1 multiply 5 equals? Excellent, 5. Question 8 and 9, you will draw an array to show each equation. Draw array in question number 8 with 5 rows of 9. And question number 9 with 2 rows of 8. Then find the total number of circles. After that, write the product. Now look at question number 10. Lance draws these 2 arrays. How are the arrays alike and how are they different? Look at the arrays. Count the number of counters in the arrays. How many counters do you see? Excellent. After counting, you will find both arrays show the same number of counters. Both of them have 20 counters, so they are alike. But how are they different? Look at the first array. You will find 4 rows of 5, but the second one 5 rows of 4. So they have different number of rows and columns. Now look at question number 13. Larry put 7 nickels in each of his 3 empty piggy banks. How many nickels does Larry put in the banks? Write a multiplication equation to show how you solved the problem. Look at the bar diagram. You will find 7 and 7 and 7. We have 3 piggy banks, in each one 7. 3 groups of 7. What is the multiplication equation? Amazing. 3 multiply 7. Can you add 7 plus 7 plus 7 to find the product? Excellent. 3 multiply 7 equals 21. Now look at question number 15. Tina put the stickers shown below. Which of the following shows how many stickers Tina bought? Look at the stickers. We have 5 groups of 2, 5 rows of 2. Can you tell me which equation shows 5 rows of 2? Amazing. B. 5 times 2 or 5 multiplied 2. Finally, thank you for listening and I hope you enjoyed. Here is the answer key for page 926. Here is the answer key for page 927. Here is the answer key for page 928.